Right, hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. So I mentioned it in my last video, which I'll link up the top here, that we'll be working on this part of a car. So this is actually the bonnet lock for a MK2 Focus ST. So the car's outside. I'll show you how we got this off, because you have to sort of smash this bit to pieces. It's quite fun to do when it's not your car, when it's someone else's car, you don't mind smashing it. So what I do is we'll get the car in and we will show you where to sort of hit and to smash to get this bit out, so you're looking like this. We'll also show you how to open up the boot a lot easier, and what we're going to do is replace it with a Mondeo MK4 bonnet latch kit. So basically, instead of having that pointless contraption, so what we do instead is we have the cable that runs into the bottom of the car, goes into the glove box, and you'll be able to have a little pull switch there which will pop the bonnet up, get your hand in. I'll show you anyway. Right, so this is the car in question, and what we've had to do, the easiest way of doing it, if you can take this front grille out, you can put your hand up to this part here, and then you can see this is where, look at this part fits into there like so, and then this bit sticks out your bonnet. So all you need to do is push this through the honeycomb, which we haven't got here, but you basically push this through, this comes out and sort of dangles down, and then all you need to do is get a screwdriver in here and smash it to pieces, and then eventually you can get into the little cross hatch, and then you should be able to open it. Might be able to do it one-handed, I don't think. Basically go in here, and as if you've got the key, you just go to the left, and then you should be able to go to the right, and then you can open it up. So obviously you can see there, this is where it's smashed, and you need to, the main bit you need to get to is the little cross hatch in there, because what happens is the end of the actual lock itself here, that smashes to pieces, and then when you're trying to do the bonnet, it just doesn't turn. You see there, look, it fits in there, and this bit just sort of spins. So when you smash this all to pieces, this bit pops out like so, you're left with that, and then you should be able to see in there's a little cross hatch. You probably can't, the camera won't show it, I don't think, but in there's a little cross hatch, and you can just use any old screwdriver to unlock it like we showed you. Like, turn it to the left to pop it, and then turn it to the right, and you can see there, look, the mechanism is working. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this lock off, and we're going to replace it with a Mondeo MK4, and then we'll sort of show you the quick process for that. Right, let's focus in. Right, so all you need to do to get this lock out is you've got two 10mm bolts here and here. Undo these, and then this unit comes out, and this bit should hopefully pull out. If not, we'll have to smash it up a bit more, and then we're going to have to cut here as well to accommodate the new bonnet catch, but obviously we'll show you that as we do it. So yeah, undo these, and then you should be good. Right, so now it's off, I can actually show you what I meant. So that is the cross hatch in there that you can see. So when that's on the car in there, obviously the white bit's fallen out, you get your screwdriver into that bit there, that's the bit that snaps, and you can sort of pop the lock, get it all open. Once you've done the two 10mm bolts, there's a little connector down here for your alarm, and then this bit here, which is like, I think, the anti-theft device, whatever that is, that obviously pops out as well, leaves you the hole that you've got here. You can see obviously where we've chewed up a bit of the metal trying to get it out, but effectively we're going to replace this now. We'll have to cut a bit off here, like I said, and we'll replace this now with the new one. It'll all make sense when you see it anyway. It's actually quite a good little modification to do if you have one of these. I wouldn't recommend doing it unless you really need to, but this video is there for you if you do need to do it. Alright, so this is the new one. This is the Mondeo MK4 bonnet catch. So obviously you've got this little arm that sticks out for the Mondeos. So as you can see, when you go to put this in, it's not going to fit properly because this bit of metal here is basically catching just here. So we need to cut this bit out. Bolts will fit in perfectly, obviously, but just that bit there. So if we cut that out a little bit, it doesn't need to be too much, but once we've cut that out, this arm will drop down nicely, and we should be able to get this bit fitted in, and then we'll show you the rest. So we've put a cover on, obviously, on the engine just so we don't get all crap everywhere. It shouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to angle grind out here now, and then you'll see what it looks like. Right, so as you can see now, I've butchered the angle grinding, but that should be enough to get the latch to come through here, we'll see. I'm just going to sort of get this bit all flattened down a bit so it's all got nice and soft edges. We'll give all the edges a paint as well to get that protected. As you can see, obviously it shows bare metal, and then we'll put the new lock in. Right, so it's not the easiest to do, and this lock didn't really fit properly, so what we had to do, we had to cut a bit more of the metal out here, which we still need to paint. And there's two, where's the old lock? Right, so with the old lock, hopefully you can see there, so you've got these two nodules, you've got this bit here and this bit here. So they do match up on this lock, however, for whatever reason, you can't see, they kind of, it slots in just up here, and this, instead of being sort of flush to the bodywork, it was kind of a bit on the slant like that. It was not, I mean, that's over exaggerating it, but it's kind of on the slant like that, so we had to kind of cut the nodule off a little bit on the new lock, and then eventually, as you can see, it kind of fits nice and flush to the car. So then the next bit after that is to sort of run your pull cable. So obviously you connect it up to the bottom here, which I'm not going to show you, it's pretty self-explanatory, and then we run the cable this way through here, around the air filter, through there, around past these pipes, don't know what they're called, but I don't own one of these cars. And then what we've done, if you can see hopefully, the grommet, if I can focus back there, so that's the grommet back there, and then you run the cable through there where I've just shown you. Obviously we've got to put that grommet back, and then we're just working it inside the glove box now, and then I'll show you what we've done there. But it's not sort of too bad, it's just the getting this lock to fit was the hardest part of it really. And then what we've got here, I'll show you that in a bit, because obviously if you look, when the bonnet's down, it sort of finishes round about where the end of my hand is here, and you can't sort of get your hand, because you've got the honeycomb bit that sits there. Obviously you have honeycomb, so you have to get an extension that basically comes out to about here, which I'll show you in a minute, and then when you pull the cord, you can put your hand under and just sort of lift it, and you can see there, it will just catch. So it's quite an easy job to do in a way. The hardest bit, I would say, was getting this bit to fit onto the car. Some other YouTubers make it look a lot easier, unless they have a different sort of brand of lock, and fitting it through the bulkhead was fairly easy once you sort of find out where it is. But sort of from here on the car, if you come past the battery here, and then you can just see it right through there. There it is, just there if it focuses. So like I say, not sort of too bad, and it's quite easy fitting it to the glove box. We'll show you the completed unit once that's done. Right, so because we've fitted the, I'll use my torch here, so the cable fits through the back of the glove box here, and then it attaches to the pull handle here, and we've just fitted it with two self tappers just on the side of the glove box there. You pull that, boom, opens up. However, I can't show you, no, because the glove box is in the way, but basically just behind there, once you pull this out, you'll see it, there's a bunch of wires that basically comes from the grommet at the front that I showed you, and then all you need to do is put all this back together. You've got your little aux clip here, put that in, put all your screws back in, which I'll do in a sec, and then kind of when that sits back in there, you can basically pull this handle like so, and then that will ping up the new catch, which is a lot better. Obviously it's not like, well, it is kind of OEM I guess, but normally they're down here in the folds, but this time it's in a glove box hidden away, nice and neat and tidy. I think just the cable really running across there, you're not going to fit too much in there. But anyone really use their glove box anyway? Not me. Just as a quick note as well, if you pull these little tabs back here, you get 3 Torx bolts, and then you just need to do this one, this one, this one, and this one, and that pulls this in a bit away, which is quite a nice little design and fold. Let's make sure that shuts. Probably won't shut now, will it? There you go, beautiful. Pull that down, pull your lever, unpops the bonnet, close that back up, sort of, and that's it. Job's a good one. So I'll try and shut the bonnet and show you it in action, but other than that, it's pretty quick fix. Dog's life, innit? Right, so this is the handle that's fitted onto it. So as you can see, they've gone for an ST1, which looks pretty decent. You're never going to see it, but basically that just gives you the reach now. So if you imagine the honeycomb sort of finishes around this sort of line here, just gives you enough to get your hand underneath it, pull it up, and then work the mechanism. Nice. Right, so I reckon that took all in probably about 1 hour to complete. The hardest bit was feeding the wire through the rubber grommet into the bulkhead and then out into the glove box. And then sort of there's quite a bit of like fettling you need to do just to get it fitting into the glove box. However, I'll put a warning out there. This is not something I personally recommend doing. I've said to the owner, who's my father-in-law, so what I've told him is to buy another proper lock for the car, because we don't think that the extension bit that you get that says ST and then you've got the Mark IV lock, as you're sort of pulling the lock up, it kind of bends a little bit, and you have to get your hand right underneath there to sort of push it, and we're worried that when the honeycomb goes back in, you're not going to be able to sort of get your hand underneath there. So I know there's plenty of other people out there that have done it. I don't know if they've ever had problems sort of, you know, sort of 2 weeks, a month, 3 months down the line, who knows. But to me, it's just not the best idea. Ideally, what you want to do is get the proper lock put back in there and sort of get a new, you'd have to get a new barrel, and you'd have to probably get a new key, or you might be able to get the barrel changed over at Ford or something like that. Personally, for the sake of the money, I would get it done that way. Anyway, most people here for Fiesta ST content, not Focus ST content, so apologies to all my subscribers out there that are sort of just saying, you know, Lloydie, you should not be doing Focus ST content. No, all jokes aside, the Focus RS is obviously one of the best cars out there, so it beats any Focus ST and any Fiesta ST that's out there. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you've hated the video, give it a thumbs down. Like I say, either way, I don't really care. If you're new to the channel because you've seen the Focus ST content, please don't get used to it. It's not something that I normally do. I'm either working on the Focus RS or the Fiesta ST150. Should be business as usual on the next video, where I'll be working on the Fiesta as normal, and obviously I'm going to get all the stuff out of the loft. I've said it about 300 videos long, but I'm going to get the stuff out of the loft for this beast, and then we're going to get all the interior put back in. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe here, and if you want to watch the latest video that I've done, you can subscribe here. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Ugly.